ready. He's not ready.
Clearly not ready. All right.
Well, he's still recording.
Now I'm ready.
No, he's already recording.
You fucking asshole.
Everyone I know. No.
Everyone I know. Everyone I know. Everyone I know.
The return of the cold open.
The return of the cold open. Welcome to Everyone I Know, the podcast where we argue about the mundane. We're here in Troy on the Mohawk River. The Hudson River.
It's the Hudson River.
I don't care about rivers. I just don't care about rivers. Every week. Clean up your pollution. I want to be able to eat a fish out of there without becoming radioactive. I'm here with my lovely producer, Brendan. How you doing, Brendan?
The Hudson's really not as dirty as people think it is.
It's
especially
fucking
this
gross.
far up. It looks bad because it's a very silty river, but it does not mean that it is that bad.
On a restaurant on the river, it was fucking gross.
Where
Well,
on
yeah,
the
you
river?
guys just threw
On the
shit
Hudson.
into the river.
Where on
didn't
the
you?
Hudson?
I
though?
didn't.
But where on the Hudson?
Right by the
Troy waterfront.
no, not by the Troy waterfront. The Corning Nature Preserve.
It's not that bad.
It's gross.
I'm here with my brother, Chris. How you doing, Chris?
What's happening, folks? This episode of Everyone I Know is brought to you by Audible.com. If you want a free trial of Audible.com and a free audiobook, go to audibletrial.com/EIK. I am listening to the first book of the Expanse series.
Oh.
Very good sci-fi show. Was saved by the internet.
Yes, it was.
It got canceled, brought back by Amazon. Book's very good, too.
Thanks, Bezos, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Piece of
whatever.
shit.
He's Lex Luthor, bro.
Yes, he is. Episode of EIK is also brought to us by the Madison Poorhouse. Been a little while since I've been there. It's about time to go back.
I was there last night, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I went for a walk after I exercised, and I just happened to walk into the Madison Poorhouse somehow.
Just by accident?
By accident, just stumbled on in.
Were you carried by a scent line like a cartoon? Do they have a pie cooling on a shelf outside?
It was a nice little stroll, nice little treat at the end of the stroll.
Very nice.
I'm a little pissed off you took away that rubber band. I was playing with that.
Sorry. If you want to get a free pint from the Madison Poorhouse, comment on our Instagram post at EIKFellas with the secret hashtag we come up with over the course of the episode. We have not done an intro in a while.
Yeah, like a full one.
We've had a big boy guest every week the last couple of weeks.
No, we had Dave. Dave's a big
Dave's
boy.
too. Dave
Dave is a big boy.
Guest.
He's a big boy.
It's true. Anyway, we have the pleasure, the light, the joy to have a good boy on. I don't know where that came from. What's up, Dave? Dave, what's up?
Hi. How's it going? Yeah, I'm another Dave. I'm not the same Dave they were talking about before, but I am one of that
Dave.
species.
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave.
Dave, you are a DJ, yes?
Well, yeah. I go to SUNY Albany. I'm in my senior year, and I'm a radio DJ on WCDB 90.9 FM. My show is Fridays, 12 noon to 2 p.m. It's I call it the anti-parent culture sound. I'm known as I bit that from a song, but I'm known as DJ Goots on there, and I just play sort of punky kind of music.
Cool.
in the
Hell
alternative
yeah.
rock vein.
Very cool. DJ Goots, that's a sweet handle, bro.
I could tell you the story behind that. It's just I played at college, and then like everyone I know, I just changed my name slightly, and then and then a lot of people change theirs back, but I'm like, it's Facebook. I don't really need
I
that.
see what you're saying. So you made like a fake Facebook name, and then you just kind of stuck as a nickname.
Yeah, but it caused people to like think that's like my actual name. It's like it's not.
Yeah. I remember,
Yeah,
I don't know if we'll keep it a super secret what your actual name is, but I remember somebody said your name out loud and someone's like, oh, that's your real name? And I was like, yeah, like it's not like that weird. It's like a common name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was Powers all through college because that's my last name, and there were people in my fraternity that did not know my first name.
That's fucked up.
Isn't it?
I was Brendan my whole life.
Yep.
And for a while I was
Brendo.
Friendin.
Friendin.
Friend, I like
Brendan.
that.
Which is what my male friends nicknamed me for the number of female friends I had who were just friends. and and that's about all. And Brendo I get a lot.
Yeah. I
Or
like
if
Brenda.
you're really obnoxious and I work with you, you'll call me B.
B. What up, B?
What up, B?
And I think Chris knows exactly who
I
would
know
do
who
that.
that is. It's not too hard to figure out. Yeah. So
No
we're
old
not,
man.
yeah, we're not
minute,
going to do
'cause
the old man
We're
minute.
out of time. Sorry, Dad.
Yeah, old man. I'm sorry. I have stored your email in antiquity. It's in the archives. Maybe you'll come up later. But we're filming a little out of order these 2 weeks, so it wouldn't make sense with what is coming up actually being released. Don't worry about it. Listen to the podcast.
Yeah, you fools. Love you, Dad. Without further ado, we're moving on now to topic number 1.
Got pretty loose today, guys.
A little loose, baby.
So I am first topic for today. I want to talk about food, and I want to talk about food for a couple of reasons. First, it's easy to talk about.
It's easy to talk to food. Listen, they ain't gonna turn your way.
I can't talk back. And also, it's very in line with the podcast, The Mundane, which kind of food is. And also, I've spent a lot of my life working with food, cooking food for money.
Okay.
So, really, what I want to talk about is mainly going out to eat, which you guys will get to eat, because I have some very pointed things to say about that, what you order, when you go out to eat, and just stuff like that.
Okay. I believe in you.
So, first question I want to pose is: you're going out to dinner. Money is not an object. What is the dish or type of dish or I don't know, region of food that you're going to go after? Dave?
Oh man, I don't know. I remember. Oh god, I had like a class where he was talking about like covering the arts, and he was talking about reviewing like restaurants and stuff, and they said, if you had to choose any place like to eat, what would you want? What's your favorite food? And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know what to say. And then the teacher just calls me, and I'm like, a sandwich?
Well, that is a valid answer, because sandwiches are fucking awesome.
That is the right answer.
We'll get there. Go ahead.
No, I don't know. I'm a simple man in that respect. I just want to eat something good. It could be like something incredibly simple, or on occasion be something snazzy. I don't know. I could be fine with a bowl of chicken noodle soup. But
okay, I don't know. Fair enough. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, food that you go to get, or you go out to and you pay for, it doesn't have to be overly complicated. It doesn't have to have frills on it. That's mainly food I like. I like simple food done well, like Americana, like really done well food that I don't feel like making myself is something I find comfort in. It's comfort food, but like you don't need to put truffle salt on it and all that shit. Or at least just don't tell me you did it.
Yeah, don't wave it in my face. Yeah. If I'm like, this has got some extra juice to it, this is so good, and they're like, well, that's because we killed a baby bird and ground it into dust and then blew that dust into mummy's face, and then that sneeze from the mummy came down. It's Halloween, guys. Came down on your sandwich, and that's your mayo.
It's not Halloween yet.
It's fucking Halloween, baby.
I'm a little spooked out now.
Yeah, a little spooky. It's pretty spooky in here.
You didn't ask me what I would get.
I want to ask what sandwich Dave was going to get.
Fine.
God, I don't know. Right back on me again. Oh God. I really don't know. I feel like.
But
I don't know. If it's, what?
How about like a nice like ham and cheese sandwich?
If it's done well, that's totally fine. Yeah. I mean, as long as it's filling, I'll just eat that right up.
Can you repeat the specifics of the question?
Specific of the question: money is no object.
Money is no object.
You're going out to eat. What type of food? What region is the food from? What dish? If it's a specific dish, like what would make right now your night your being whole?
It's just a general gigantic plate of varied Polish foods.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one for sure. I definitely have to go.
Pierogies, everything.
I got to go ethnic with it because. Yeah. There's certain ethnic food that I cannot make. Like if I'm gonna get some Vietnamese food, get some pho up in the place, I might get some Indian food, get some nice curries that are very difficult to make. Anything that
curry's not difficult to make, it just takes a long time.
It takes a long time, and I don't have time for that. Okay.
All right, fair enough. You gotta find time.
Chris, what's your fucking meal? Tell me.
What is my meal? It's my topic, isn't it? It's normally fish.
Josh Homme's ass.
Yeah, Josh Homme's butthole. No, it's normally fish. I don't cook that much fish.
Okay.
And we don't get that much fish locally. And if it's going to be like a meal, probably sushi, to be perfectly honest.
Sushi?
Just like some well-prepared sushi with some nice rice on the side.
Well, you know what? I'm glad we're talking about food today. Because earlier today I was eating like a little Nature Valley type bar. Not Nature Valley, not trying to impugn them. But I looked down, it had like some chocolate on it. And I looked down and on top of the little piece of chocolate was a goddamn bug.
Inside the wrapper?
Inside the fucking wrapper.
Hell yeah, dude.
I think I might have eaten a bug today.
You'd be surprised how much bugs you eat. So, getting into maybe the next part of this a little bit. It's a little segue. What meal do you think is completely overrated, overhyped, that people are like, oh my God, I'm going out tonight and I'm getting X?
Chipotle.
Thank you.
I don't understand why people like it so much, to be honest.
That was not my answer, but that is a correct answer, sir. Chipotle is overhyped, and it just hurts my tummy.
And it'll kill you.
Well, listeria is a real problem, guys.
Yeah.
And Legionnaire's disease.
Yeah.
That's another thing, too. I feel like almost every year that a Chipotle somewhere in the United States has some outbreak of some...
I feel like the body count on Chipotle is too high for
any restaurant that has a body count, that body count is too high.
It's too high. It's too many people. You're here to sell sandwiches and little roll-ups and stuff, but you're not there for murdering the populace. I feel like that's just too far.
So what do you think, Andy? What's overhyped? It doesn't have to be a chain. It doesn't have to, maybe even just a dish in general.
I don't know. I mean, like fucking steaks, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, like, I can
cook your own fucking steaks.
Yeah, I can do it. I can do it just fine.
Go if you want to spend $30 on a fucking steak, go to a butcher, spend $30 on a fucking steak. And then go home and fucking cook it. Get a cast iron skillet, get it hot.
Chris, you look very violent.
I used to work at a steakhouse.
I've always been confused by steakhouses because I'm like, I can bake a potato.
Yeah.
They
make so much money.
Steak is one of the easiest good things to cook.
Yeah,
like it's really, really easy.
Just don't overcook it and put butter on it. That's literally
that is
all
something
you
that you've
to
told
do.
me that I don't know if I can abide by.
Okay, you need to. What you do is you get a cast iron skillet.
Yes.
You get it nice and hot.
Okay.
You take some cloves of garlic. You smash those cloves. You do not peel them. You leave them in the peel. Oh. And you throw it in the cast iron with a fucking couple pads of butter and some thyme. And you let that melt and get, nice and... You hear that?
Oh, yeah.
You hear that?
No, you're really taking me there. Yeah. I'm closing my eyes so I can get the full sonic experience.
Now, once it comes up to temperature, you slap that steak on it.
Whoa!
Yep. Do the other side, just a couple minutes. Maybe throw it in the oven for a little bit if you want a higher temp, but you don't want to overcook it. And then what you've got is this amazing... And you want to baste it with the butter that's been sitting in that thyme and that garlic. I'm looking at you, Dave.
I'm letting you finish just because I love the idea of an audio cooking podcast.
Yeah. And then you baste it.
And and then that first bite.
Oh, no. You don't bite it yet. You take it out of the pan.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you put that down.
You don't bite it while it's in the pan.
Let it rest. But remember that garlic I told you not to peel?
Yeah.
You take that out of your butter now, and it's become this paste that you just... Right across your steak.
That was some good Foley work. That was
like that?
solid. And like really,
that's how you make a steak, boys and girls.
I do totally agree with what you have to say, though. That I haven't had steaks that much, except in between, like with the $30 steaks I've had, and then the ones at like barbecues.
Yeah,
there's not a huge disparity of quality between them.
There really isn't.
Yeah, it is.
The secret. So I worked at Delmonico's Italian Steakhouse, the one up here.
When you're here, your family.
Yeah.
Right?
When you're here, you spend too much on steaks.
You're gonna love the way you eat.
I am not gonna say anything bad about that place. They were awesome to work for, sort of. As far as a restaurant goes, they were pretty good to work for. There was only one class action lawsuit about wages.
Okay.
That only happened once.
Hey, that happened to me at Stewart's, and I still love Stewart's.
The place is clean.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that much. It is a very clean place. But the only difference is they're slathering those steaks with butter. Melted butter all over the top of it. And they use a flat top, but you can do that with a cast iron skillet.
It's kind of weird. Is that common at a steakhouse to have a flat top grill?
Everything. Oh, yeah.
Flat top grill for a steak?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. That's how they get the sear on it.
But I thought that's how you want to get those grill lines.
If you want to get the...
I don't want to get you mad again. I don't.
If you want to be an asshole, you can ask for the fucking grill lines.
And I don't want to make you mad, but I gotta ask. What about the grill lines?
The grill lines don't mean shit. That's not adding any flavor to it. You're not smoking the fucking steak. You're cooking it on a grill, a flat top, so you can put butter on it and get a nice sear, a nice bite.
Okay.
Sous vide.
Sous vide that's my new thing.
Chris got a sous vide machine. Do you know what that is?
Oh, no.
It's like a big heater thing.
Yeah.
That you heat
It's
up
a water circulator.
and you heat up the water real hot, and you put your stuff in a bag.
Yep.
And then you make sous vide stuff.
So you take a plastic bag with all your spices and all that shit.
This is seriously a cooking
yeah.
podcast. This is a cooking podcast right now.
And you heat up a whole bucket of water, and it keeps the temperature constant. And when it's done cooking, like it cooks the inside, and it looks, when it comes out of the bag, it looks like fucking gray and disgusting. But you got an ace in the hole. You've got a cast iron skillet that you just touch with it, give it a little bit of color. It's amazing.
It's great because it cooks to a very, very, very precise temperature, so it's almost impossible to fuck up.
You can't fuck it up.
Because if you leave it in there too long, it doesn't get hotter.
Yeah,
Right. It
stays
doesn't
the same
overcook.
temp.
Yeah. It's a little bit of chemistry in there, a little biochemistry.
It's great. I'm gonna cook a chicken breast later tonight with it.
I want to know
Okay.
something about Dave's taste palette. What kind of foods do you like, Dave? What, like, are you a coffee guy? Are you
I'm
a
actually.
wine guy?
Am I a what guy?
A wine guy?
A Hawaiian guy?
Wine.
Wine.
Not Hawaiian. I mean, if you like it on your pizza, you like a little pineapple
Are
on
you
your pizza.
Hawaiian? Do you like coffee? I actually can't get that into coffee, to be honest. I tried to have like coffee black, Cafe Bustelo this summer, and all it did was make my head and stomach hurt, and then I got tired. And it's just I can't. And it was just so extremely bitter. It's like, this is what people are so into. I mean,
You get used to it.
Coffee people, and I drink coffee, people who hate their mouth. I hate my taste buds. I want to punch them. I give them licorice, and I give them onions.
Yeah. No, onions aren't punishing your taste buds. What are you fucking talking about?
You eat them raw, baby. Yeah. Like a vampire. The vampires eat onions. They can't eat garlic, so they just eat onions.
What your fucking logic jumps tonight?
Dude, it's all about it.
So you don't like Chipotle, Dave? So I just want to know what sandwich you're gonna get.
all you have to go on is that I don't like Chipotle and coffee. So
Shit. Oof. Got 2 nuts.
I like an Italian mix.
Italian mix is very close to my heart.
Solid.
Some superset.
this really is the cooking podcast featuring me, who knows very little about cooking.
Learn how to cook, man.
I feel like I'm in a foreign land or something. I don't know.
Stranger in a strange land.
Well, Chris, how would you make a steak?
Well, go down to Delmonico's Italian Steakhouse.
Okay, so
How would you
Do you
build a
like
steak?
do you like putting butter on your steak?
Oh boy.
Okay, we're getting too meta here. We're going within the podcast. I want to know, when you go out to eat, say you got $20 in your pocket. Where are you going?
In Albany?
Anywhere.
Oh, God.
Could be
Same
okay,
question framed differently.
Now I've just limited your budget.
Well, now money is an object, specifically a $20 bill.
$20 budget.
What do I get for $20?
How about a sandwich?
That is an option. That is an option.
A $20 sandwich.
That's the first thing that right when I look at $20, I'm like, I can get a sandwich of that, maybe 2.
Dinner and breakfast.
Just stuff in my pockets, like I'm good to go. Man, I really don't know. $20. That's a really hard question.
Chicken wings?
Chicken. Well, like anyone else, I'm down to Chicken Joe's whenever I have the
Oh,
opportunity.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Chicken Jose.
Let's dig into Chicken Joe's for a little bit.
You can't go wrong with the Heaven Wrap. That's $8.
It's so good.
Plus tax.
It just slows your heart down by at least 5 BPMs.
Oh, you can feel it.
Oh yeah. Because what's on the Heaven? It's like,
Is that the one that's got mozzarella sticks on it?
Yeah, it's like mozzarella sticks, French fries. I think there's bacon, chicken nuggets.
There's definitely bacon on it.
There's like ranch.
We should try to get Chicken Joe's to sponsor us.
to sponsor us.
There is one in Troy now too, right here off the Mohawk River.
Oh yeah, in Troy.
Yeah.
It's right on the banks of the river.
It's like right around the corner. It's really not far. We order from there. It's excellent.
They make some good
To
food.
me, it's like the new Bombers.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, if you wanted something that was shitty and you knew it was going to be shitty, and you wanted it anyway, you went to Bombers. Now it's like, it's so shitty that it's not even good for that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Chicken Joe's. One thing I will say about it, the food will kill you. It'll kill you.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
But the chicken nuggets are so good because they're made out of chicken.
Yeah, no, they make them. They make them like there. It's nuts. So, I had another question and I lost it. Should have written it down. Something about food, probably.
Oh my god,
Chicken breast is overrated because chicken thighs exist.
But if you sous vide that chicken breast, now we're talking.
Then it's still not as good as sous vide chicken thighs.
Yeah, well, use some peanut oil and some cayenne in there. It's good.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm your new neighbor, Sous Vide. Get it?
No, I don't get
Susan Vide.
That is a fucking stretch, dude.
That's a joke. Did you hear it?
Topic number 2.
Nice Halloween costume idea. Sous vide.
Sous vide.
Literally no one will get it.
It makes sense. What's your Halloween costume this year, Chris?
I'm going to probably wear a black V-neck and a beanie and be a bouncer.
Oh, I mean, okay.
A pair of jeans.
What about you, Goop?
I really have no.
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to say your last name.
It doesn't.
Okay, go ahead.
That's just. It's gotten harder, and to just think about that. I'm always constantly getting distracted by school and just.
Is it a distraction from school if it's for your Halloween costume?
You should be distracted by school.
I just literally get distracted by anything, to be honest. And Halloween is one of those things that I get my attention taken away from. So I really have nothing in mind. I always have ideas of something to be, except I just don't follow through on them. If I want to be something, I kind of want to put more effort into it, but it's like I never really take the time to do that. If anything, I throw something together last minute. So I'll see. But right now, I have nothing lined up. But.
What does that have to do with going out to eat?
I was just wondering if he was going to pick a sandwich.
Next time you go trick-or-treating at a restaurant, they'll give you a little tuna sandwich.
Yeah. Actually,
is that the sandwich? Is it tuna?
Is it tuna?
No.
Damn it.
I haven't had tuna in years. Wow.
Dude, I had tuna the other day. I had a tuna melt. It was very nice.
Was it good?
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
You have a truck stop?
Yeah.
Do you put butter on your steak?
All the time.
So, from what I remember, tuna's pretty good. It's one of my repressed memories is that tuna's not that bad. So.
I love me a tuna.
Yep. Who doesn't?
Are we?
Yeah, I think we could.
I think we suck this topic dry.
Yeah.
Topic 2: butter on steak.
Topic 2. Can we just talk about chicken wings for a while, though? I fucking love chicken wings. I love chicken wings so fucking much.
Ryan Singer eats chicken wings.
Oh, they're so good.
Gloves on. Anyway, moving on now to topic number 2.
I thought of this topic literally on the way here because when I was speaking to Andy when we were setting this up, there's like, oh, think of a topic that can be kind of funny, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, you sent me back something. You're like me funny. I was like, it doesn't have to be like insane.
I feel like especially when people try and do like stand up, it's really feel like it's when you try and be funny, you're at the least funny.
It can be very cringy.
Oh man, I was at an open mic or at RPI just to see, and it was only one good comedian, and the other were like no. But yeah, I guess in the realm of television shows, this summer I watched the entirety of Twin Peaks, so we can.
You've piqued Brendan's interest.
If anyone wants to discuss that, it's the first TV show I actively followed.
Yeah,
I want to get a counter for
a long time
for the amount of times we bring up Twin Peaks on this podcast. It is
sponsored
insanely high.
You old pervert.
Yeah, he's a pervert. Did you ever see the video of him eating the panties?
I showed it to you.
Yeah. Do you think that David Lynch likes to put butter on his steak?
God damn it!
I believe so.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I think did you ever see David Lynch talk about when he was offered Return of the Jedi?
No. I know that happened, but I didn't know he talk about it.
Yeah, there's a video where he discusses like going up to meet George Lucas, and the best part of the whole story is like, and he's talking about Ewoks and stuff, and I'm I'm getting a headache. So I went and called my guy and was like, I can't do this. But there's also he says in it, I like George because George does what George loves, and I do what I love. But what George likes to do makes millions of dollars.
Yeah. Lynch is a weird dude. To be just accurate.
Are you into David Lynch in general, or have you just only watched Twin Peaks?
I watched a bit more of his stuff. The first thing I ever saw of him was actually Eraserhead. Which
That's a way to start.
Yeah, that's jumping in with both feet.
Yeah.
My wife is not happy.
Have you seen Blue Velvet?
Yes,
Oh,
I saw
that is one of my favorite movies like of all time.
That
movie is so fucking good.
I saw that like 3 times this summer. Like that movie got better the more times I saw
It
it.
absolutely does.
Oh,
it's
you
really
notice more stuff.
rewatchable. And Kyle MacLachlan says that he sees the Jeffrey character in that as a young version of Coop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that
Oh, it
kind of
makes
makes
sense.
sense.
And
Yeah,
it
that
does
make
really,
sense.
if you think of it in that context, it really does actually feel like
Well-
the same character.
Well, like Twin Peaks, if I were to be so bold to compare it to one of his films, I think it is the closest to Blue Velvet.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, he's pretty narrow thematically in the
Yeah.
first place, but
Yeah.
those two line up like
He
It was
likes-
just weird.
you have this
Yeah.
tiny little town, which is a real town, by the way. Lumberton is a real lumber town.
Hell yeah.
And it's this tiny little town, and it's about the seedy underbelly underneath the town. Like, it's right on point. It's also his most. I think it's his most accessible, like
Yeah.
Lynchian movie.
yeah, I think so.
I mean, there's other like you could say, or
Dune?
Yeah, Dune. Well,
Dude, ruled, dude. Did you see that? Did you see Sting's dick? Did you?
you just ruined David Lynch.
Come on now.
And then
Don't
I
be
would
a
say
prude.
Mulholland Drive, obviously.
Mulholland
what
Drive's
about
great,
the
yeah.
what about the long movie or whatever the fuck where the guy
Straight Story.
Straight Story.
The long movie.
The long movie.
Have you seen Mulholland Drive?
That was the second Lynch film I saw. The first
What
one
a great order you're going in here. I'm
I
liking
saw
it.
when I saw Eraserhead, it didn't make sense. But I like
That's okay. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
I will be surprised if anyone saw the movie the first time and like that made, oh my god, I totally
If they
Trust
said
me,
they
a lot
understood
of
it, they're
art-
fucking lying.
A lot of film school students saw that and went, "Yeah, totally made sense to me."
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get it? Well, that's the reaction.
Even though Lynch has come out and said that some of the shitty films is nonsensical.
Oh yeah, you're reading too deep if you're looking for that.
I didn't it didn't make any sense, but I loved like the sound design, just the imagery of that film. That's what that was great about
Yeah.
Eraserhead. But I saw Mulholland Drive. I think it was my sophomore year with a couple of my friends, and just at the end of that movie, I was like, oh my god. I hated that when I first saw it. I haven't seen it since, but like I think this summer is the first time seeing like Lynch in like a while. Because this summer I saw all of Twin Peaks, Blue Velvet, and Dune.
That is an undertaking, my friend.
You must have had.
How's
a
your
bit-
brain
I was
feeling?
gonna say you got a weird summer going on.
Have you seen Wild at Heart?
No, I just
I haven't seen that one either. I've seen parts of it. I know. I'm sorry.
I know.
Yeah, Chris
Nicolas
over here, the Nicolas
Cage,
Cage guy, is very.
in a David Lynch movie.
I'm sorry, Chris. Have you seen Mandy yet?
I have not seen Mandy.
Yeah,
I heard
okay.
that's really good.
It's great and weird and great.
But is it a
and
David
weird.
Lynch movie?
No,
It's the guy who did Drive and shit, right?
no, it's the guy who did Beyond the Black Rainbow.
Oh, that's right.
It
but
feels like Drive
Yeah.
a little bit.
Wild at Heart is the best bad David Lynch movie.
Best
by
bad
far.
one?
Yeah, it's not a great movie. It's just
good enough.
it's disjointed in a bad way. It's like if Lost Highway was a good
Lost
movie. It
Lost
would be
Highway
Wild
is
at Heart.
such a bad. Don't watch Lost Highway.
Nah, just watch it. The
Don't
first
watch it.
half
It's
hour. The
fucking
first half
stupid.
hour is really good.
first half.
Yeah. You watch it. Spend like 2 hours of your life for a half an hour.
I'll do this. Just watch Lost Highway until it stops making sense, which is about half an hour in.
Yep.
And then turn it off.
So
It's a short film somebody stuck a bad movie on the end of.
Yeah.
I know one of my friends was like, when I was going through Twin Peaks, they said like, oh, only watch like the first half of season 2. Don't bother with the rest. And watch
First
the movie.
half of season 2. Who gave you this advice? Tell this man he's wrong.
I mean, yeah, it, didn't
was
make any
me.
sense. And he also said like, the movie is optional. And then another person saying like, none of it's
Movie
going to make
is
sense.
mandatory.
Yeah, if you're trying to watch season 3, you have to watch everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the people said that the movie was kind of like a side art thing, and it wasn't. You didn't really have to watch it to understand the show. But without
No,
season 3 coming out, you had to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Blue
'Cause
Rose, baby.
The movie was totally, or the season 3 was totally dependent on seeing the movie.
I never finished Twin Peaks.
Yeah, you're a
Well,
bad
it's
person.
'cause you
Neither
got-
did you, Andy. Don't
I-
start
No,
chastising him.
I
never
didn't get
finished
through the first
The
original
original
seasons.
You
series.
should, man.
Yeah.
It's So good.
Because that's the true power level here. Because obviously, it's Dave. Well, maybe you, then maybe Dave. I don't know how to really rate it. He watched them all in one summer. How fast did you watch all the Lynch films?
Oh, probably a month.
Oh, goddamn.
I mean, I still watch
I
all
went
the
nuts.
Lynch films. I mean,
I saw. So I had read about Twin Peaks. I watched Twin Peaks. It was 2001. They just like graduated high school, and I had read that there was this show called Twin Peaks, and it was amazing. And I was like, I'm gonna watch this show. So I found that they're selling the DVD. This is when it was not easy to find stuff. I was like, they just put out the DVD of the first season. I will order that. I order that. It comes. I put it on. I play episode 1, and it says previously on Twin Peaks.
Oh, no.
And I was like, what? And then I look, and the pilot episode was not included on the DVD because a different company owned the rights to it.
Oh.
But it was out of print, so you couldn't find it anywhere.
So you missed the hour-and-a-half pilot that's basically a movie?
It doesn't come with the hour-and-a-half pilot, so you just have like the 6 episodes after it, 7 episodes after it. So I start there and went online and read a plot summary of the pilot, and then I start there. So I'm already a little lost. Then I finish it, and I'm like, cool, now we're season 2. Not out. So my choices were to track down the set of VHSs or to get fucked. Those were basically my 2 options. So I went out and I was like, okay, I'll find the VHSs. So part of the way that Twin Peaks was produced is they just jacked up the reds on every shot.
Right.
Guess what is the first color that goes on a VHS?
Is the red.
The red starts to bleed.
As it starts to like...
So you could only watch those VHSs a few times before the red started bleeding. They turned into a piece of shit.
That's hilarious.
So, and they were really expensive because nobody wanted to get rid of them because there was no DVD. And it was like a couple of years. So I was like, all right, I'm going to find them. So I got on LimeWire.
It's like national treasure, dude.
Yeah, I got on LimeWire and I found season 2 and I downloaded it.
Brendan.
I know.
Brendan, this is
a public podcast.
Public
Podcast.
Come at me.
David Lynch.
Like David Lynch just
MPAA.
comes out of the floor, out of the ceiling, and just fucking
Look, the amount of
eats your
people I have
panties.
turned on to David Lynch, he should be thanking me.
Okay, so
Oh, wait. But the ones I downloaded had Swedish subtitles.
Hell yeah.
So when I watch season 2 of Twin Peaks, even now, it feels weird to me that it doesn't have Swedish subtitles because I watched it with Swedish subtitles 1,000 times.
That's hilarious.
So not to derail things here. We talk a lot about Lynch.
Yes.
Can we just talk about Cronenberg for a minute?
No.
Why not?
No, just because they're both weird.
well, I saw video.
He's a good fucking filmmaker. Bite your fucking tongue.
This is
Existence
Dave's
is okay.
topic. Let Dave
Existence is
talk.
fucking great. Yeah, let Dave talk.
I will say though, the only Cronenberg film I saw was Videodrome at like late at night.
That's
And I was so tired and just watching that film. Like I think it was like what? It was
it's
so much to process.
Long live the new flesh,
Yes.
baby.
Okay, try this movie out. Eastern Promises.
That's another Cronenberg
That's
movie.
Cronenberg. That is amazing.
No body horror in it.
There's a little, not like body horror in the sense like, inserting a VHS tape into somebody's stomach.
Stomach, vagina, get it right.
But it's about like the Russian mafia. It's very good. It's very good.
I know on TV one time they're showing like an older Cronenberg film of the woman with like the blood sucking thing that comes out of her armpit. And well, as soon as I found out that was about, I'm like, not today. So
That's a lot.
Not today, Satan.
Have you seen? Well, you've only seen Videodrome.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor and watch Naked Lunch sometime.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Ooh, I have that book. I've also been meaning to read it. Burroughs.
Fuck that. That's a book.
I tried to read it. Chris tried to read it. Maybe the same copy.
Yeah, it might have been the same copy. I think I got up to. I remember the line was like, my asshole will put the Louvre to shame. I piss diamonds and shit pure gold. Yeah. Okay. I'm done with this. That was like he was tripping on something when he in that scene of the book. The movie is
It's crazy.
Have you
It's
ever
bizarre.
wanted to see Jude Law get fucked in a weird port in his back?
Yeah.
If you have, Existence.
Yeah,
Very good
Existence is great. That is a very good movie.
movie. It's a very underrated movie.
It's very good, and I have a soft spot in my heart for a lot of Cronenberg stuff because it's all practical effects.
Yeah. I mean,
Especially
that's always cool.
like in now where you're seeing so much like CGI used.
Lynch is mostly practical
he
effects
uses
too, right?
pretty much all practical effects.
The new
And he
the
does his
new
own sound design,
season,
too.
the new season, I think there's a little bit of CG in it.
Yeah, a little bit of CG.
It's not the best CG.
So
No,
why
it's
do you,
not.
why do you think Twin Peaks has lasted this long?
I
As somebody who's younger and got into it
Yeah.
now, why do you think it holds up the way it does?
don't know. Mainly because it's just so bizarre. But with any piece of cult media, like it'll last for so long. Rocky Horror Picture Show, that film was a massive failure when that came out, and people just still
Yeah.
like. Doesn't that like at the Palace Theater? Doesn't that constantly still sell out when
Yep.
they do those?
yeah.
I
things?
might I might go. Who knows?
Yeah. So
I've been to a number of Rocky Horror showings.
I've,
Yeah.
I've never. I should. I think
It's really fun.
I think it's
I've
the
never
first.
seen it.
Well, that's
And you're
because
failing.
you're just not meant for it. Okay, you can't watch all of Twin Peaks. You can only get halfway through the first season.
I got through the first season,
Okay,
I think.
but when fucking what's his name comes out? Oh fuck, it's been too long. What's the guy's name? The evil FBI
Wyndham Earle?
agent, Wyndham Earle. When Wyndham Earle comes out, you don't know. I'm not really speaking English right now, guys.
Thanks to my friends Ariel and Sean for introducing me or sparked my interest to this thing.
We when the first episode of the new the third season started, we had a few people over. Andy was here.
Oh yeah, I was there.
And we had one guy that had never watched Twin Peaks, and we tried to like summarize the show for him.
It's terrible.
And then Showtime had a video like the
Yeah,
story
like
up till
supercut,
now,
yeah.
and it was just like, and then I just kept looking at him during the episode, and he was just like, "What the fuck is happening right now?"
It's like, okay, listen. Okay, that's Kyle MacLachlan, right? Okay, now listen. He's an FBI agent, but right now he's kind of in hell, kind of like hell. But this is like not him, you know what I'm saying? But like it is him, but like it's like an evil version of him. But also there's like kind of like a goofy version of him that like his name's Dougie Jones.
Friend of the cast, Elena, her mom, she just finished watching season 3 with her mom, and then sent me a Marco Polo of her mom, just like, I don't understand. There were doppelgangers, and that's about it. That's all I got. I love David Lynch.
Yeah.
Because there is no point. It just is what it is.
What was the one thing he put out? It was a music video, and it was like him just drumming on a fucking thing, talking about like clowns or some shit.
Oh, well, there's Crazy Clown Time.
Yeah, Crazy Clown Time. Yeah,
That's a great video.
Have you ever watched that?
No, I just know he put out these weird electronic albums.
Yeah, this is basically him going, Sally! Sally took off her shirt, and Jimmy, he poured a beer on Sally.
Yep, and
it's
it all
Crazy
gets-
Clown Time!
And it just all gets acted out in the music video.
Yes,
Christ.
it's Crazy Clown Time. And he's just got sunglasses on, and he's like, "Ah."
For those who have seen it, what do you guys think of Fire Walk with Me?
I thought it was okay. It had its moments. Like it seemed unfinished. I think a lot of it.
The original cut was, I think, 5.5 hours.
Okay.
I
So,
saw it and I was like, I don't know why everyone says it's his opus. And then I saw the missing pieces and I was like, this would have made so much more sense if they had that in the movie. Like the whole scene with Philip Jeffries is like gibberish in the film, but in the missing pieces, it shows what he's actually saying. And it's like,
Well, like that's the David Bowie character. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always felt like, because it's hard to get David Lynch to talk about these things, but I always felt like, it seems to me watching
Brendan's
it.
tried.
Yeah. It seems to me like what might have happened was he had this like 5.5 hour cut, and he at the very end was just like, fuck it, whatever, and just kind of put together a cut to make it fit length that he needed to, because there's so much missing, and we didn't have any idea what the hell that shit was for like 15 years. We were like,
Yeah.
when are we gonna find out what these cut scenes were? It was rough back then. Back on LimeWire.
Back on LimeWire. Kazaa.
What's your favorite thing about David Lynch? David.
Probably his dick.
Have you seen his Ding Dong?
I wish.
No, but
I was gonna say his voice maybe.
I
don't
do
know.
like his voice. I like his character that he plays on the show. That's always good.
Coop.
That's right, Coop. Like every single time.
You
It's those
remind
bonsai
me
trees.
of a small Mexican
Chihuahua.
chihuahua.
I think I just want to say that I think it's almost Twin Peaks weather, boys.
Oh,
Right,
it's
isn't
definitely
it-
Twin Peaks.
It's
weather.
time to like bust out the coffee, get the donuts.
Yep.
You know, fire it up.
Have some pie.
Have some pie. I never eat pie when I watch Twin Peaks. Strictly donuts.
Strictly donuts.
Because I'm on the clock when I'm watching it. I'm the detective, and so I eat donuts. They eat pie when they're off the clock. I only have time for coffee and donuts.
Good for you.
What is your favorite David Lynch movie?
Don't make me choose. I don't know. I mean, I really like
Blue Velvet's his best
Blue
movie.
Velvet. Yeah, it's a
It's
good
probably
one.
my favorite, to be honest.
Yeah.
Mulholland
It's
Drive
his
is
best
also
movie.
good.
Mulholland Drive is a very close second for me.
Yeah, I just Blue Velvet is just such a good. Yep, that's an air.
I like also the story of Dune. Didn't like the Dune movie.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the remake comes
Unfortunately,
out.
you can't really credit David Lynch with the story
No,
of Dune.
that'd be
if there's one
Herbert.
thing you can't be crediting him with, it's the story of Dune.
Isn't it the guy who made the new Blade Runners doing the new Dune?
I
or
think.
Arrival, wasn't it the guy?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the same
so
guy.
It's both.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
same guy.
did both of those. Yeah, he's an amazing filmmaker.
Yeah, he's
whatever
the-
his fucking name is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it like Dennis
It's
Villeneuve?
Alfonso
because of the-
Riviera?
No. Yeah, I think you're right. It begins with a V.
And apparently Timothy Chalamet or whatever.
Chalamet.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Timothy Knight Shyamalan.
But he is apparently lined up to play Paul Atreides. That's gonna be
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Is anyone excited for Glass?
Oh, I am. I think Glass is gonna be great.
yeah.
Shamalama Ding Dong, boy.
Oh, is that like the
Sixth
sequel
Sense.
to?
It's like kind of a sequel to Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a sequel to Split, or the other way around.
Spoilers.
Eat a dick. The fucking trailer's a spoiler.
Yeah, the trailer is a spoiler.
I really wish that I had seen Split, not knowing that it was going
Oh.
to turn out that way, because it would have been amazing. Because I've been an evangelist for Unbreakable for
Unbreakable's a
long time.
great
it's
movie.
It's a great.
It's a
movie.
great
very
movie.
underrated movie, and
Better than fucking Signs. That movie blows.
I will even defend Signs to a certain extent.
fuck
But
off.
The Village could fuck off.
That fucking overt Christian overtones. That stupid fucking movie. Oh, we're fucking invade a planet that's made of fucking water. Our only fucking weakness is fucking water.
They
Fuck
didn't
off.
know. They didn't know.
How did they not fucking
They
know?
didn't know.
They had interstellar fucking spaceships.
They don't know.
Elon Musk trying to take us to Mars. That's not a friendly planet for us to be on.
Yeah.
They'll kill us.
They.
You're gonna tell me Joaquin Phoenix wasn't a hunk in that movie?
Of course
You're
he
gonna
was.
look
He
me in the
always
eyes
is.
and tell me he's not a hunk?
I would never. But these aliens, they came here with malicious intent.
Possibly.
They were like killing children and
Maybe
shit.
they were like divorced parents, and they're like they come out and they're like, "I'll be civil if they're civil." And then
that's
someone,
fucking stretch.
and then somebody offered them a glass of
That's
water,
fucking
and then
stretch.
they got mad.
They try to invade a planet where they could be taken down by a fucking squirt gun.
Well, maybe they didn't know that squirt guns.
What
exist.
movie is this?
Signs. Sorry.
I've never seen Signs.
Don't. It's bad.
Here's a question: can we make this any more self-indulgent at this point?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, no, I could.
Do you put butter on your steak?
I do. And Stanley Kubrick's the greatest filmmaker of all time.
Okay, and on that,
I have to
note,
watch Mark Kubrick.
You should watch Doctor Strangelove.
Chris is
I've
gonna.
seen Strangelove and I've seen A Clockwork Orange.
have a
Those are both-
You should see
that's
Full
nice.
Metal Jacket.
And
Full
I've seen
Metal Jacket's
What the hell? You've already seen all the good.
Oh yeah, never.
Well-
I haven't seen The Shining yet.
Shining's amazing.
And I haven't seen
Shining's
Lolita.
good.
Lolita, you can skip Lolita. The only thing is, what's his name is amazing in it.
I haven't seen Eyes Wide Shut.
You don't need to watch Eyes.
Watch Eyes Wide Shut. It's underrated.
Watch
Very
it.
good.
Watch it real fast. Like skip through it all. Just look for the boobs.
Yeah, there's lots of boobs in it.
It's a good. It's a good
It is.
movie.
It is the last gasps of genius.
Yes. You ever see AI?
Do you think that
AI
it would
is
have been
bad.
better if he got the last cut on it?
Yes, of course it would have been better. It was so bad.
So then you should accept it for what it is.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm not gonna say it's good.
Oh God, AI.
AI is AI directed by Steven Spielberg, written by Stanley Kubrick, and they want to give fucking Spielberg fucking Napoleon, which is like his magnum opus. Before he died, he wrote this like biopic about Napoleon. Kubrick did, and they want someone to make this movie, and they think that Steven Spielberg's the one to do it.
Well, maybe he can do it, but he can add all these shots that look like Kubrick shots into it.
Yeah.
like he did with AI,
Yeah, and then make it a warm, happy movie.
and then
Like
have
they did in
Gigolo
AI.
Joe show up,
Fuck, that movie's so bad.
and then it'll keep going for 3 hours when you think it's over.
Yeah, like this topic.
Has anyone-
Go ahead.
Good.
I was just going to say, because you mentioned Full Metal Jacket. Has anyone seen Apocalypse Now? Because I still,
yeah.
Absolutely.
I
Oh,
still
watch
haven't
that.
seen Apocalypse Now.
Oh yeah, watch it. Watch the Redux. It's like 15 hours long.
Dave, I feel like if you're not careful, Chris is going to make you watch all these movies with him. And he's not going to be facing the screen, just you, and he's going to be sitting next to the TV just watching you, making sure that you're watching.
You're enjoying this, right? It's going to be like the scene in Clockwork Orange. You're going to pop your eyes open.
Yeah.
Make you stare at the wall, at the TV, the ultraviolence.
The Ludovico treatment. On that note, moving on now.
They scratched his cornea when they did that.
Topic number 3. All right, topic number 3. Do you put butter on your steak?
It's butter.
All right. No, I was thinking today.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
About
I don't like what you're thinking.
I was thinking about my dear sweet cats.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna name them real quick. I got Oliver, I got Gobi, I got Mojave, and I got Amelia. If you were
too many fucking cats.
If you're paying attention, you'll find that was 4 cats. I am one human man. I have one human girlfriend. Okay, it's too many cats for a man to have. But anyway, I digress. I want to know what you guys think about laser pointers and pets, and is it a fair way to play with your pet? Now, do you know what I mean here?
Yeah, I get it. You use a laser pointer, you torture him with it, essentially.
Yes. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is it fair to use the laser pointer to let the cat run around? Ooh, he's hunting. Ooh, he's hunting, but he never catches the laser pointer.
It's kind of mean.
Is it kind of mean?
It's kind of mean.
What do you think, Dave?
I get it's kind of. I don't have a cat, so I don't really, and I don't have a laser pointer, so I may be missing out on a lot of stuff. But
Andy's got plenty of cats. You get laser pointers from Jeff Bezos.
Yep. Listen, I got Amazon Prime. You can use my Prime. You just got to use your own card, or you could cash at me afterward. Whatever, don't matter. But we can, I've got 4 cats. How many can I sign you up for today? Okay. Now I just want to say, think about this from the cat's perspective, right? You're a predator. You live in a house. Yep. So already, it's not great. You don't really get to kill things.
Cat's been emasculated.
Well, I don't know if gender really comes into it, but he's been defanged.
Okay.
He's been nerfed, as the kids say, doing that shooter dance.
They say nerfed now?
Yeah, that's like a video game term when you make
you nerf something. That's been around forever.
I'm not saying people are just going around like, yo, you got nerfed, dude.
They floss.
They floss. They're doing the floss dance.
So the cats are being nerfed.
They're being nerfed. Thank you. Keep it on topic, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Okay. They've been stripped of their power, put into a house. It's 2-bedroom. It's 2 people. There's 4 cats there.
They own that house.
I think they might. But my question is, why
do you have so many fucking cats?
Because Olivia got them. That's why. Okay, my question is, is there a better way that you can use a laser pointer to play with a cat?
No.
You're just saying no.
I think they're always just going to chase it. I don't.
But can you make it so that maybe they don't feel like they're chasing an uncatchable goblin made of fire?
Well, if you let it to a device, which they received some type of feedback.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're working here.
Wall.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I like that.
Okay. Some type of Skinner box.
You're gonna lead your cat into a Skinner's box.
Yes.
Which is a psychological tool to test behavioralism.
Yes.
Not a box where you skin a cat.
Not a Skinner box.
To be clear, EIK does not promote animal cruelty.
No.
Which is what this topic is about. Is it cruel?
Isn't that a saying? Different ways to skin a cat? Why?
There's a lot of different ways to skin a cat, apparently.
Why?
There's more than one way.
That?
Who skins cats? That's the real question.
Fucking David Boone.
David Boone? You mean
Bon Jovi?
Wait, David Boone? That's not the right. Jim Boone?
John Bon Jovi.
John Bon Jovi. John.
It's my life.
Mr. Bovine Joni. Okay.
So I feel like you have an idea.
I just want a better way to play with these cats.
Well, give them something physical to fucking attack.
But they don't do it. They're lazy.
So the shiny... Okay.
The shiny fairy is the only thing that gets them to move.
Face off with them. Just beat your chest and look at them right in the eyes, and then just throw your body towards them, and then I don't know.
And then whoever comes out of the scuffle owns the house and has to pay the rent.
Well, yeah, I don't own, I lease. Yeah. So you can take on this lease. My landlord sucks. All right. What I'm trying to say is, okay, so I looked some stuff up about cats today, and there are people out there that are in my camp. They say that, you know, maybe you shouldn't play with the laser pointer with your cat because they say there's no satisfaction. They can't get no satisfaction. So they say that you should maybe point it at an object that they can then tackle and murder.
Yeah, that makes sense. But once they get the object, they'll know it's a ruse.
Do you think that my cats have a concept of the idea of ruses and tricks?
I would assume so. They know they've had the cat wool pulled over their eyes.
The other thing that they warn against is overstimulation of the cat.
Overstimulation. Mm-hmm. And the cat's gonna develop cat ADD or something?
No, they get overstimulated and they get that wide-eyed look on their face and then they attack.
Just randomly?
Your feet. Okay, so here's the thing. When I was thinking about this, I was thinking about what it might be like as a human. Like, is there anything in your life that you find completely unsatisfactory that you're chasing?
Happiness?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Happiness is not unsatisfactory, you dicks. If you have it, you feel great. Yeah, exactly. Get in there.
Yeah.
What about the old "I got your nose" technique? You got a quarter behind your ear, young feller.
You always get the quarter though.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's the opposite. That's a reverse laser pointer because you did nothing. You're just getting money.
So okay. So you take the laser pointer.
Yes.
You fashion some type of device, in which when the cat attacks it, they are given catnip.
Catnip. Okay, so you're turning my cats into drug addicts.
Exactly.
Cool.
And then you lead them into the box that has the catnip inside of it, and when they hit
positive reinforcement,
they get the catnip, and then they get high as balls.
But what's in the box?
Catnip.
Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
Her pretty little head.
All right. Here's something I've
Spoiler
thought.
for 7.
Okay, I've thought of a couple things that we can do here.
Okay.
I'm just gonna bounce them off you and see what
Okay.
you say.
Let's go. Let's go.
First one is a little game I like to call cat bowling.
Cat bowling.
Cat bowling.
Cat bowling.
Set up some bottles.
Okay.
Plastic,
Uh-huh.
preferably.
Uh-huh.
And then you take your laser pointer
Mm-hmm.
and you run it down the thing, and then you let it go at the last second so that they
And they
run
go,
in, and then they run over.
How is that less abusive
Yeah,
than just fucking waving a red light around for them to chase?
Because they get the satisfaction.
of just throwing their body into bottles. That's not.
They're plastic bottles. They're soft and fun.
How does your cat react when you do this? I know you've done this.
We did it when Oliver was a wee baby boy, and he didn't understand. But he wasn't mad. He had a great time. We cuddled him. We had a good time, and we're still friends to this day.
I think you need a hobby.
My hobby is podcasting, okay? And part of the hobby is coming up with games that you can play with a cat and a laser pointer.
It only took, 60 episodes for us to run out of things to talk about?
I'm not running out of shit. I'm passionate about this. You guys just aren't following me on it.
It's a bad thing.
tormenting cats?
It's a bad thing to play with your cat with a laser pointer.
You really
Everybody
believe that?
knows that.
Does everybody know it, though? Because I don't think
I didn't think that's a bad
I do it
thing.
anyway sometimes,
Well, it's kind
but
of a
everybody
bad
knows
thing,
it's
but-
bad. It encourages aggressive behavior
Yes.
because they don't have the satisfaction of the catch
Yes.
to calm them down. It overstimulates them, like you said. It's just not great for your cat.
Is everyone at the table, or everyone? I mean, whatever. Is everyone here cat people?
Oh, no, I hate cats.
Chris hates cats. Yeah.
Chris is afraid of cats.
I'm not afraid of cats. I just don't like cats.
I have watched him aggressively avoid my cats.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Are you a cat person?
I was more so a dog person. I have
More
no
of a dog
problem
person.
with cats, but I tend to give them their space because I don't know how they are. Dogs tend to be a bit more affectionate.
Yeah.
And cats, you know, sometimes they like affection, sometimes they just go off and do their own thing. So
Do dogs fuck with laser pointers? They do, right?
They lose interest pretty quick.
Yeah.
They lose interest in most things.
I
pretty
never
quick.
buy the whole, cats, you never know what the cat's going to do. Dude, a cat ain't going to tear your face off.
No.
A dog will.
Yeah. Yeah.
The worst case scenario with a dog is much worse than the worst case scenario with a cat.
You kind of know a dog's coming at you, though. Most
Cats are a little bipolar. I will give that. They're a little. They will sometimes just go from loving you to hating you.
Oh,
know?
Bobby will do that.
Yeah.
Bobby will decide to start chewing on you.
It's because when he has a Nom flashback from back when he used to live on the street.
So
he's watching our other cat right now up at the top of the cat tower.
So many fucking cats. So all right. So other than cat bowling, how else do you overstimulate your cat using a red dot?
Using a red dot.
Thank God you finished that sentence because it was, how do you stimulate your cat?
How do I stimulate my cat? Well, I just put a little bit of, never mind.
A little bit of peanut butter.
A little bit of peanut butter on the floor of my house. Far away from any human genital. Okay.
Sandpaper tongue.
I do like to make them run down the hall. Like I make them do like suicides. Make them run some drills because they need to lose some weight. And it's just one of those things where it's like I don't know what to tell them. Every time I go to the vet, they body shame my cats. And it's really starting to make me feel bad about my body.
Bobby likes to play fetch.
He plays fetch. Okay, that's a good cat game. You throw something at...
That's historically a dog game.
Well, he's appropriating culture. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, and we didn't teach him to do it. He just started doing it.
It's true. I think Bobby is the ideal cat because he knows any minute he could be back out in the street.
We brought him in from outside where he was for at least a year, and he does not try to go out the door. He has no interest whatsoever.
Because he's seen it, man.
He knows what's out there.
That's why I don't fuck around, man. I ain't going back inside. Fuck that.
Okay. So what are you supposed to do with a pet? What kind of games do you play with a cat?
You
or
play,
a dog? Let's talk about dogs. If you guys are so against cats and against laser pointers, you hate lasers.
You play the one-sided conversation. That's
something I've seen you do a lot.
Yeah,
where
they can't talk back. Mm-hmm. You got to work something out, man. Bounce it off a dog.
My favorite game to play with my cat is, here's the $30 toy. Oh, you're not interested. Okay.
That's a good question. What is the max that you should spend on a toy?
Here's a bread twister. Yeah. You'll love that for the rest of your life.
A bread twister?
You like a twist tie?
Yeah.
Oh, twist tie.
Brendan's from Weird Expression.
I'm from by the Mohawk River, apparently. Yeah. Like, we got a ton of toys over there. Don't give a fuck about it.
So Dave, you said you're a dog person. What games do you like to play with dogs? Do you play with dogs?
I do have a dog at home. I'm here for school, but sometimes I like to pick up my dog and just like, you know how when you like squeeze something really hard, like your handshake or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like, my dog's kind of small, so I do that, but like I don't like crush my
you're
dog.
Not
I just
kill your dog.
I just do like the motions of like squeeze.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a game, but it's a pastime I enjoy with my dog.
What type of dog is it?
A Morkie. It's a cross between a Maltese and a York.
Oh,
nice.
Interesting.
I don't know. What games do I play? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just play around with it. I
like to get on the floor and play dog with a dog.
Yeah, that's fun.
You just like kind of like lightly wrestle with the dog.
It looks like an Ewok. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
That's a very cute dog.
Cute dog. I like
Good dog on you, Dave.
Yeah. Good dog. Good dog. Brian.
And there's also the pastime of rushing towards the dog.
Yes, that's a good one.
Not making. You could do that with a cat too, except the cat will probably.
They remember. That's the problem. Is that they'll remember that you did that shit, and then they wake you up at like 5 or something like that.
So there was a thing I saw on a thread recently, and it was like, it was like an Ask Reddit or something. It's like, why is it okay to dislike cats, but if you don't like dogs, you're like a bad person?
Because you are. Yeah.
Well, one of the things was like just their temperaments between the two. Well, for a well-behaved dog, one that's well-adjusted and hasn't been abused, it's almost like unconditional love.
Yeah, you got to be seriously cold to not like a dog, unless it's like a cultural thing.
Yeah, that's a whole bucket of worms. But whereas cats, I think the old man's famous saying is, dogs have families and cats have staff.
Right.
I actually read an article yesterday about dogs recognize people as different than them because they act different towards people than they do towards dogs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cats think you're a big cat. Mm-hmm. They don't, or they think they're a tiny person. They don't appreciate any distinction between you and another cat. That's why their behavior towards people is identical to their behavior towards other cats. They'll play with you the way they play with another cat. Mm-hmm. They'll knead on you. They'll lick you. They'll try to groom you. They just don't recognize the distinction the way that dogs do.
That's why they bring you dead animals. It's because they're like showing you, like, look, this is how you hunt, you stupid asshole. Yeah. Got mice all over this house, and I've killed them all.
I'll tell you, that is one big upside of having cats.
Yeah, never
That-
had a mouse in my house.
We don't have no rodents around here.
It's the upside of having a cat carcasses around the house.
I
Dead
don't.
animals for
yeah,
fucking sacrifice.
Bobby is not going to let the mouse just lie there dead. No, he lived outside. He knows what's up. I once watched him when he was living outside. Try to take out a squirrel. Mm-hmm. And the squirrel got climbed up a little tree outside that there was no escape from. So it was just sitting at the top doing that crazy squirrel noise, like, and he's just sitting at the bottom like Hannibal Lecter, just waiting. With
yes,
a bottle of Chianti.
wear yourself out. I know somebody. Well, Nathan told me about somebody he knows who got a cat. Specifically because he had a really bad squirrel problem at his house. He just named the cat Battle Cat.
Hell yeah.
And that was the cat's one job, was just to murder. That's the thing I think that's different about cats than dogs. Like, dogs are obviously predators by nature as well.
Yeah.
But cats are still on the job.
Yeah.
They
I
dogs,
guess.
like you bring them into your house, and then they just cool off. Baby.
Depending on the breed of the dog, so like herding dogs though,
They're still on the
never,
clock.
They never turn off.
Yeah. But like cats, you bring them into the house and they're like, nothing to kill in here.
Better kill you.
Yeah, I'll try to kill you instead.
What time you go to bed? What time you go to bed, Chris?
I'm gonna lay on the stairs.
Yeah.
I'd love to just knock you down the stairs and then they can blame it on an owl. It's the staircase.
Oh yeah. That's a good Netflix series. Anybody been watching what's it
Making
called?
a Murder?
Making a Murder season 2?
Yeah, finished it.
Season 1 was so inaccurate that I kind of tuned out.
Really?
Yeah, they left a
Yeah,
lot.
it's really inaccurate.
They
They
left
left
a
out a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Making a murderer?
Netflix original documentary.
What's it
series.
about?
Stephen Avery.
Stephen
The guy
Avery.
was accused falsely of murder.
But then got out of jail. And
Well,
then,
no, first he was accused
Yeah.
falsely of rape, and then he got...
no,
he
and
got-
murder the first time around.
Was it rape and murder?
Yeah.
So he got out of jail,
Yep.
and the county was going to have to pay him a several $1 million suit for wrongful imprisonment, and then he got
Magically, he killed somebody else.
accused of murder.
Yeah.
He got framed by the police. Framed by the police. Have you finished the
No,
season 2?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, he fucking did.
He did it.
He got framed.
No,
Framed.
no, he did it.
No, his nephew did it, and then the police moved.
That is the most bullshit part of that entire thing. His nephew.
Oh no, not Brendan. The other one. There's another Bobby.
yeah, no,
Dassey.
there's a whole new one in season 2. It turns out there's another Dassey who's a weirdo, and the more interesting part of the story is Brendan Dassey.
Yeah, Brendan's completely innocent. It's insane.
100% innocent.
But Stephen Avery killed that woman.
I don't think he did.
I think
No
he did.
way.
I think he did.
No, I don't think he did it.
I think he did.
I don't. What evidence you got?
The bones.
Yeah, but the bones were all. Oh, you got it. If you watch season 2, bones were everywhere, boy. You don't even know. Bones were everywhere, everywhere.
Everywhere?
And the police moved the car. I'll tell you what. And the cat had a damn laser. What happens when the cat gets a laser pointer? You fools.
I don't know. He runs the world.
How much in the first season did they tell you about how much he was harassing that woman?
I never
and
saw the
calling
first
her
season.
job? Yeah, they just left all that out.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's it's about time.
Stephen
On that
Avery did
note-
it.
No, he fucking didn't. God damn it.
He probably did it.
Brendan just wanted to watch some wrestling when he
That's
gets
the
back
most
home.
heartbreaking thing. In the
Yeah, it
world.
fucking was.
Dave, thanks for coming on, man. We're gonna wrap this up here. Do you have anything to plug? Where can people listen to you again?
You can listen to me on, I think online streaming is, I know there's a unique link for it, but I think you could just go wcdbfm.com, or if you're in the capital region, you could go on 90.9 FM, WCDB Albany at Fridays, 12 noon to 2 p.m. And
Cool.
check it out.
Check it out when
Very,
you're ready
very
to
cool.
leave work on Friday. Head out early. Listen to
Thank
Dave.
you all for inviting me here.
Oh, of course,
I
man. Thanks for
appreciate it.
coming on. We appreciate you coming on, man.
No problem.
I think that's probably
That's podcast.
that's
baby.
podcast. Call that a podcast, folks. If you're listening, thanks for listening, and be nice to each other. Right?
Now this is podcast.
Now that's
This
what I call
Is
podcasting.
podcasting. We hope that you've enjoyed this presentation.
Be nice.
Butter that steak.
And butter your steak, folks.
Steaks.